Hello, friends. How you doing? Seeing cool models. Look at this shit.
Since we are waiting, I am going to eat the fucking red baron pizza that's stinking
Hat.
Okay.
I'm a little tired, but I'm doing all right. How are you, Chaos? Deaf currently from killing a cold. Oh no! Feel better, Mega.
I think only one person's just like, it's a shadow.
I know Mega is deaf and I don't have
but the font doesn't go any further than that.
closed captioning, so please send love from me. You're cozy good.
The bunny
Get a
doesn't
what?
eat meat, but if you put like a meat platter in front of
Yeah,
him,
roast beef and cheddar cheese
and
sandwich.
3 different meats, I'll be like,
Nice.
that's gone.
So fancy. I want them boots.
Boots. Those are some good boots.
I meant turkey.
I mean, my reverse long boots.
I'm gonna make the other uniforms eventually.
Oh, they got
I'm ready,
spats!
Tea. I got confused.
Nice.
Yeah.
Spats.
No, yeah, it was turkey.
That's Max. This is what Marcus wears pretty much every day.
Pasta recently, that was pretty good.
That's just why people are like, oh, it's Shadow Marcus.
They had a pork belly.
Hilarious.
Again for my birthday.
Fair.
Jesus.
In like 2 weeks.
Marcus was in Shadow's house.
Shadow Moses.
I put the exact. He's had this fit, and then
Comfy.
there's another person walking around in it, and it's like, oh, it is so cozy.
Rest in
Mhm.
Tuna is a fish, and request this is a
Yes, it
fish.
is.
I was thinking of fish.
Oh, I was
Thank you, Cass.
the rest of Marcus's textures. He got hurt. I gotta give him more textures.
Damn.
I am going to say something.
Oh wait, I can use.
Actually, no,
I can use this.
One's while not wearing them for now, so I can hear somewhat. Best of luck, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I can't be too loud.
To quote that one anime.
If you call your camera, I will not show up.
Oh. I see. It's one of those.
The guy just meant he was going to eat the fish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The phrasing.
Good.
He's here somewhere, right?
Hmm? Hmm. Just gonna escape. It is haunted around here. Surprisingly, in the Banshee Manor, it is haunted. How was the raw?
Pretty good so far.
How is the raw? I see.
When they're experiencing extreme emotion or like intense
Oh,
emotion.
that's sweet.
Really bad timing. Were you also trying to watch the raw?
I'll be on time, surely. I'll be on time, surely.
A lot of things are seeming a little too personal.
Huh?
In some things that are happening.
Oh. I know not what's going on in WWE anymore.
Well, I know Charlotte. Well, for one, Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton had beef, and they brought actual real life personal shit into it. And in WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair did a big no-no. I don't think she held back at all. She didn't pull her punches at all. Tiffany Stratton had several like cuts on her face and a chipped tooth.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Damn. Hello.
I think Charlotte Flair went into that match looking to fuck her up. Because she's going through a divorce and Tiffany brought that up.
Damn. The classics.
And then there's the Karrion Cross stuff.
Oh, your
I think you're
mic.
on the wrong mic.
So far away. Also, sorry, I have a lingering cough. I had some tea, and then I think it hit wrong slightly. There we go. Yay.
I totally do not have Raw opened up right now in the corner.
Same.
It's the raw corner right here.
Totally did not.
It's almost over. It's got
Yeah.
like 20
30
minutes.
Yeah, 20,
Yeah.
20 to 30 minutes.
I don't know if that attack on Pat McAfee was real or not, because that happened during commercial break.
That was semi-staged.
I was gonna say
It was
a lot of
semi-staged.
a
But
lot of
I think
stuff felt.
I think what happened was that they were planning it, but Pat probably told Gunther, "Don't hold back," and he didn't fucking hold back.
Yeah, generally they save that for like when they're live.
Yeah.
Oh, Spooter. Okay.
I should add a blush toggle. It would not make sense though. Really funny.
Though I'll admit, there was some balls on Michael Cole saying, "I'm not the one who tapped out to Gunther."
Yeah. When he said that, I was like, "God damn, this is."
These quads are so
Damn.
cool.
That is very loud. Is that global?
Like, I'm not sure. I didn't
I'm
hear
gonna check.
anything.
I didn't hear it.
Wow.
Still hear that. Also, you're a nerd. That's really loud. Ah. Spooter audio glitch. Oh. I was hearing it all the way.
Male like,
Jesus.
what are you guys doing?
Audio glitched.
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. It's been a while since I come to MMR.
Same. I was like always really tired.
The crowd was just chanting, "Fuck you, Gunther."
I almost passed out. I inhaled a shit ton of caffeine. I am.
I'm going to
The
I
I guess the progression of things where people can just like fuck you just go on the air.
Yeah, though, because they're on Netflix now.
Yeah,
they
exactly,
Get away,
that's
they
what I
can
mean.
get away with a lot more.
Chihuahua.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, I already have the dress ready. I still
Yay.
haven't put them on the model, but I found a really good one. One of my friends helped me out. And what I'm going to be doing also, I'm going to be putting in making a crown, and that crown is going to be the slime.
Cute. Aww.
And just have the little slime around me.
Oh, here we go.
That's adorable.
Wait. I'm disappointed. Paul Heyman is not coming out with some.
I
Paul
still
Heyman is
don't know
not
how to
coming.
feel about this. I was rooting for the power of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Not
That
the
is
power
a-
of God in anime.
The power of God and anime on my side. I am the power of God and anime on my side.
How about,
Power of God and anime on my side.
how about the Becky Lynch turn?
Oh yeah, heel Becky, heel Becky, heel Becky, heel Becky's best Becky.
I didn't realize we had an ad break. Yay, we're
I'm
back.
expecting a Cody Rhodes turn.
Still
No.
here. My God. I'm sorry, y'all. It's Raw time, so everyone's like, oh, Raw.
I don't know. He's right now kind of like the John Cena, and I kind of don't want to see him.
I also
turn
need to
heel.
figure out stuff because
Probably after John Cena retires.
so
I
after
mean,
last week,
He's been a heel for a while.
and Sigurd ran
Whenever he
out,
wasn't Stardust.
he had to
Undashing
fight off
Cody
some
Rhodes.
some people attacking Fenrir with some weird ass shit,
If anything else,
and got
after John Cena retired,
jumped.
that's when
Basically, they said it was like they think that Sig and Fenrir are creating
I
a
just want him to kick the
cult.
shit out of John Cena.
Cindy, you good?
Think so.
Okay, I'll gather people then.
So yeah, he came back very injured with some dust in his wounds and like a blade stabbed in his shoulder, and the dust was taking in magic, like void shit. A little bit like the dust from Calypsy at the moment that the cultists are using. So had to cleanse that out before could do any healing. So he's been healing up over the week. And passed off what remained of the dust that they managed to gather to Crass to look over as an alchemist. And he's supposed to be bringing the blade itself to the toy makers because it was very highly technological.
Whenever you want, Flint. And check.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys heard. That's all sketchy.
So yeah, they should be looking stuff over
Oh, you can tell them, yeah.
either tonight or soon during downtime.
I'll be told what happens.
Yeah, the blade was like super fucking technological, so had to get the yokai to remove it from his shoulder and throw it away before she could heal him.
Though you are extremely loud.
Hmm.
There we go. Cruising time.
Nix.
Okay.
Nix.
Oh. Yeah, the thunderstorms have been real rough, so I haven't been in VR. So.
Yeah. I was kind of glad that Wardens is on break a bit because I was very tired. I am very tired, so I wouldn't have been able to do a 6-hour session. I can do a few hours.
Sig or Nix, so that way I just don't have to change it.
You just like one or the other.
Sig ? Nix ?
Oh.
It's literally a coin flip. Those are like the only two characters I play.
We'll get there. Do I? No, I don't. Okay.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I completely forgot he actually does have a modern outfit.
Oh, that hair at the moment.
Buried. Yeah. Well, I think
Actually,
this is the only one
technically,
that actually.
I think the first gala outfit, and the second gala outfit does, but.
Well, I think at this point, his hair could probably just be this now.
I may have changed it for that one. I don't remember if I did. I know I did like a sweep of a couple, but the modern one. Oh, fuck.
I mean, I can check the modern one. Oh god damn it! I forgot about the Scarlet Spider Hawk. Oh. Oh, there's Baywatch Sig. What? Where is he? I know it. I know I saw him. There's Yeehaw Sig. There's Metagala last year, Sig. Priest.
Is anyone else on it?
First Metagala. Did I not? I guess I didn't. What? I swear I did.
It's called like Modern Shirt or something like that, or yeah, Modern something.
That's how it's
Modern
gonna end.
print shirt.
I think that's how they're gonna.
No.
If I had it, it is no longer in my things. So
Okay.
that's something for me to figure out later.
Okay.
I don't think Seth Rollins needs a mouthpiece.
I just really shook as a fellow cute.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, you see?
Oh yeah, there's Roman. That's gonna. Oh, I bet. Yeah, because then Punk's probably gonna come out too.
No, Punk came out already.
Oh, he did. I have it muted and minimized.
Mm-hmm. I still have it. I'm not gonna enter to street until the fucking finishes.
It's fair. At this
I
point,
do
we just
like-
need like a TV room in the manor that's just showing Raw.
I wish there was a way for me to stream wrestling in VR. I wish
mean-
there was a way.
There are ways. There are video players that accept URL links.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have the streamer problem. So you can at least like have a TV and everyone's watching the same thing, not on the that TV, but on their TV.
Oh, he just Superman punched Paul Heyman.
I mean, deserved.
Hell yeah. Fucking deserved.
I am ready whenever you are.
Why the sleeves are like this? That's rude.
Wait! Bombreaker just speared Rowan!
Why is Braun Breaker there?
Why are you there?
None of this makes sense.
No, this doesn't. Oh, he just speared Punk too! Bombreaker is the muscle man for Seth Rollins. Because they're both laughing.
Okay, yeah, no, there's gonna be like a new version of the Authority. I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
They're rehashing the Authority storyline, but with Rock in charge and Triple
Yeah.
H over creative. So yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna
Days of Our
divide
Lives
the
with more
roster,
punching.
The people who
I guess
are
not
with
punching,
the
but wrestling
Authority
moves.
and the people who are the quote
I guess-
unquote rebels,
Yeah.
and trying to fight control away from the Authority. I called that shit when I
They're
saw
going over
Seth
time.
Rollins do the. When I saw Seth Rollins do the throat slit thing.
Through the barricade! God damn it.
Y'all get really into your soaps.
I mean, yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Oh, I found my wrestler character's model, Blender file, so I might end up bringing her in.
Nice.
Flint made him an outfit. A wrestler
Oh, yeah.
outfit.
Hell yeah.
So he has wrestling attire.
I don't think I've uploaded it yet, though. It's still in Blender.
No, it's
What's in-
it's
Did I upload
completely
it?
fine. And
Oh,
I
for a
think the
second.
screenshot
I
you
might have gone
sent
into
me-
Unity. I might have gone into
Yeah,
Unity.
I think the screenshot you sent me was in Unity.
But now I definitely
but-
need to update it for a lot of stuff.
I mean, I haven't had a reason to use it yet. So there's
I
literally
was working.
no rush.
I was working on the wrestling thing. I have to get working on the map and all that shit because I do want to make a wrestling like roleplay within the metaverse.
Nice.
But I know for a fact that if I start that, I'm not gonna have a player character. I'm probably gonna be like a general manager type of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Here is my carving knife.
Bee.
Don't ask what I unboxed. How many times
She left him for a fucking bee.
What?
They brought in, like, the fucking deity of chaos and curiosum decided to just start yapping the bee movie script at people's heads, like the insanity god.
God damn.
Oh,
Now people
God.
just going around like she left him for a fucking bee.
Yeah, that's really weird. The movie was really fucking weird, man.
Like he's gonna die in like a couple weeks. Why you do this?
Hey, so like a one-time fling thing.
Yeah, fair.
Jack, I just sent you a screenshot of her.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is I can also switch to
Yo!
just a regular mode.
Sig also wears a mask.
Yeah. Fucking luchador mask and all that shit. It's just that I love the two, like the. I might end up choosing a different face though, but I like the, you know, being hidden identity type of thing.
Yeah.
My FPS and Trey's been tanking for a while now.
I'm gonna send it.
Really good.
Get upgraded, but you know, I ain't got money. Yeah. Cry. One day.
I'll send it to you, Flint, also, so you can see it.
Yeah.
When I'm get a new job. EMT's okay, but it doesn't pay much. Like doing pharmacy tech. So you're an EMT? Yeah. I already told you all this. I work as an EMT. Oh yeah, I think you might. I just forget-ied. Pay is kind of crap. Like it's $17.50 an hour. It's like.
Sorry, chat. You have to deal with the wrestlers. I used to be really, really into wrestling
There we
back when it was still the WWF, though. That's how
But I might use a
long
different
it's
face.
been.
I'm still looking around. I'm looking for like a more mature
Ooh.
face, and that was one of
Ooh.
them that I found. I just
Yes,
sent
it's
it,
so
but I
fucking
have to
hard to find them.
Yeah, it's so hard to find like a mature face, and I don't want to go with like video game assets. Like I'm already
Yeah.
using video game assets overall in that. And
I keep having to squish faces like fucking give me smaller eyes. Let's go. Love it.
Mhm. So, but yeah, that's
That's so cool. That's so
that's
cool.
her.
The outfit reminds
the
me a bit of
luchador
a
mask.
fucking Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I also have a robed version. Iron Maiden, yeah. I also have a robe
Carrix.
version.
Yeah, it's wrestling.
can go in if you want to.
I also missed Jaden's streams.
There's the screenshot there. There we go.
Hello, okay.
Greetings.
Hello. Humter. Okay. With that.
Wow.
How
imagine
dare
playing
you? I
Monster
saw that
Hunter.
cigarette. I saw that. I saw that.
This character is not affiliated with anyone. Anyway, sorry. This is my Bayo 9 character. He's a poor motherfucker.
I see. Yes, get away.
I send you the one with the rove on and everything.
Ooh.
Oh, that's sick. I like
That is really cool.
Yeah, I was like, I need a rove, and I already have even the theme song and everything that I wanted to use for her and everything. It's from a independent wrestling circuit, and I checked out the music. It's copyright free.
Hi, Garrick.
I have a
Oh,
message for you. Hi.
Mine would be something from Jonathan Young.
Well, tell that Stinky that why you there. No, I'm joking. They're probably asleep, tired.
Oh, fucking hell, the shoes.
He's in your ears.
Oh, Stinky.
Yep.
Anyway, I know what their plan
I
is.
just heard him squeak. What, is it to get in the bag?
Yeah, tell them to get in the bag. Echo, get in the bag.
Oh, we should probably go in there.
Yeah, let's
Train him. You quickly train him for this. God, I hate you. I hate you.
get in the bag. Get in the bag. Get in the bag.
Oh no.
Right, at least got into character a little bit there. Hey, I got some lemon in the back of my throat, so it's kind of itchy.
Oh, let me make sure I have my notes open.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Are you going to be alright?
I should be, yes.
Alright then.
Still a bit stiff.
Yes, and you are off duty, which I assume you understand. But I feel as if I must say it anyway.
Fair enough.
Aftercare orders. Hello, Roland.
Evening, Kise. Wolfram. Hey, Roland. Hey, Isaacs.
It is also off
So-
limits.
I was given a rundown of the off-limits zones.
Oh. Then I'll show you some of
Good evening, darlings.
Oh, hello.
Are you doing well, dear?
Sorry?
Are you doing alright?
I'm
Oh,
doing
very
okay.
good.
I've run into more familiar, perhaps not familiar faces, but people. I'm giving tour again.
Oh, I see. Ah, welcome.
Which is still taller than everybody.
Now you'd have the tour, but yes. Kisagawa, you may call me Kise, head of aftercare here.
Pleasure to meet you. You may call me 758.
78.
Completely and utterly uncomfortable.
I get it.
Very well, I shall attempt to remember that at least. Apologies, things have been a bit hectic lately. Yes, do enjoy your stay
It
here.
won't be too hectic for you. Important things ahead. I do hope it will be.
Yes, nobody better come in injured and make me do my job. I'm going to rest today.
Feel free to pester me about it. I'll happily do that.
I appreciate you. I do have the best department. I do enjoy the tour
Probably
here.
because you're a great judge of character. You have great people on board.
Well, that is very true. I'm very good at this.
Alright. I'll go walk about. Have a pleasant one.
Yes, my dear.
Mr. Sigurd, a moment between you and him. I'm bringing a guest later on by the name of Glassmall. She's a synthetic that I rescued from captivity recently. I don't know if you saw about it in comps, probably not. But, she was imprisoned by a faction of very ignorant people. I don't know how she's going to react to humans. I have absolutely no clue. So, just bear that in mind when she shows up. She's a 7.5 foot tall, synthetic wearing, cargo pants and a t-shirt.
So then, Arzex, stay away.
Okay.
Until I can confirm that she isn't going to react in a negative way. Then you'll be fine afterward. She seemed to be okay with me. I look human enough. But I don't know. So.
So long as she also knows the rules, there's no... I can understand having a negative reaction, but this is a place for all. This is a sanctuary for all, and that includes...
This is my warning, not hers, Miss Kise. This is me thinking on, me acting on her behalf. I don't know how she's going to react, so I'm covering my bases.
As long as she knows.
Hi, do I want to know? Don't worry about that. Or rather, should I know?
It's not a
I'm
huge
just letting
thing.
you two know, because I know you probably saw it, that new individuals, 758 they call themselves,
Yes.
apparently the items they have are soul-bound to them. They've made it certain that the item is unloaded, and I've made them aware that if they attempt to use either of them, security will be swift and decisive against them.
No, if it leaves its holster, security reacts. We're not going to give them a chance to attempt. If they can't be removed, they are going to be treated like they have active weapons.
Understood. Either way, I'll be keeping a very close eye on them while they're here.
Thank you, Ronald.
I'm technically off the doctor's
Yes, you
orders.
are.
Yes, I saw a message from Kras saying he was going to be bringing something by to check out later.
Small is a sweetheart.
Yes.
Yeah, so far.
Reminds me, who am I giving this to? The weapon.
You did not bring I left it with the yokai to give to Kras directly.
Then what the hell did I pick up?
I have no idea. Another one of your weapons. Oh, you should probably put that away.
It was outside the gates anyway. Doesn't matter.
Jane, just letting you know something real quick. No, not a huge deal, just right over here. There's going to be an individual walking around. I believe they're walking with.
As you thought I was going to let you pick that up after everything.
Ghost of a soldier of war. They have a rifle and a.
I'm one of the only few who can pick up technology. Well, aside from
They have a rifle and a combat knife on their body.
Is Asha good to walk
items are sold out.
within range of you yet, or she still need time?
They've assured me that the rifle is unloaded,
Mm,
and I've made sure they are aware as
there's one more week or so I can still somewhat feel it, so I'm
to touch those items or unholster them.
going to avoid, if only because there's been a lot of Kigari around lately, and I wish not to.
Taken care of.
Promise. Thank you, darling.
Just in case.
They've assured me they have no intention of starting shit, but you know, better safe than sorry.
So apparently
Yep.
I unintentionally took a
Mm.
Easter bunny.
Just let you know, and I'll let Rika know if she shows up, and I'll let Eyes know if he decides to step out of his office.
That was my contractual obligation.
Oh. Hello, Dee.
Wow, 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 wow. Hello.
20,000 Easter bags. It's fine.
Is that just how you get around now? Turn the slime into a car.
Sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to use my tiny feet. You know I have to walk longer distance because I have tiny feet, right?
Yes, not everyone is as tall as you, Jaden.
I transported them with the shadow
Yeah.
portal.
So, I have this, might as well use it, right?
No, what did you do? You didn't see that?
Nothing. I saw nothing. I saw nothing. I saw nothing.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Complicated.
Nothing at all.
Mm.
No, he has to reconnect to the ley lines.
So,
Nothing.
apparently, since there's no real Easter
How
bunny,
are your hands holding up?
part of where I was staying at the time.
It's stiff as hell, but
Exactly, Jaden. I don't have to. I don't have to use my legs. It's cool.
To deliver.
I'm just like vibing, you know.
Give me a little.
Are you clawing with her?
You give me indigestion.
I know. And that's why you love me. Because that means that you're not
You
constipated.
get more in those wounds than other places.
Did it for another thing, and now people basically just use it as a day to celebrate just rabbit, eggs, and chocolate. And other candy.
Oh, there were plastic eggs full of chocolate.
Okay, good. I can still fuck with you.
Yeah. But it seems that they're kind of a bit angry. I can hear them. I can feel them vibrating. Really pissed off.
well, just so you
What
know,
am I gonna do? Put goop in my fur? I have kids.
you actually saved my
I'm
life.
not scared of a slime.
That is the individual.
Pretty much, yeah.
They say they're here for passive reasons.
Also,
They
I
came
might
here
have drained
with
half of my mana
an
batteries,
individual
so.
named Marcus.
I couldn't breathe.
So,
Whatever was used
So you didn't wander into my
affected my entire body, lungs included. When you and the yokai clean out the wounds, I felt my mana start flowing again. And I was able to manually force air in and out.
I remember what that is like.
Yeah, soul-bound weapons can't be removed.
well,
Ammunition has been
Extra large veggie lovers pizza.
Hi-yo.
if you see them making any sort of move towards their weapon,
Oh, so hi.
This
you know you can always ask.
person
Simba.
knew exactly
right now,
Why?
member of security is aware of
what I was capable of.
No, I'll take the stomach ache to get the.
That certainly seems to be the case. what Brass told me about.
Anxiety, oh, I love anxiety, anxiety,
I've been the...
I will pick you up and throw you in a minute. Hi, Finley.
Are you doing well, dear?
Try it.
I threw him at you last week.
Try it.
I'm
The slime, try it.
Are you okay?
It has been a long week. I'm fine.
Exactly. Not plentiful anymore, bitch.
Just making certain someone takes it easy this week.
That's a hard ask.
It is, but it is one that I am going to win.
Well, if anyone can win against him, it's usually.
I'm going to anyway because I
Very true.
like humans have a
It's a fair point.
We just haven't figured out how to throw her yet.
We need to see if whatever that was, there can be a proper antidote made for it in case anything happens again, which is why I brought Trass in.
A trebuchet for non-Antonia fluid? I don't know about that.
humans are like
I'm glad we at least have proper alchemists now.
Wow, you're also calling me a pirate?
That was your point of defense. Don't look at us.
It's being
Did you have
frozen in
poisons
place
recently?
for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Was not fun.
We'll have to go back to the drawing board on this one.
He said part of that dust involved some toxin from some sort of spider. And silver.
and me, I'm pretty
Silver is a come.
A lot of fun.
Last
You don't have to
week.
tell me.
Last week, I received a message that our guard dog was in trouble.
I'm afraid.
He was afraid. Something that he's never is. I ended up fighting a masked individual. They were a very, very skilled fighter. Was able to count on everything I had.
I have an interesting update for you that I think you'll like.
He bested me, mostly left flesh wounds, but then he threw a powder at me, which didn't phase me until it started phasing me, and I could no longer move, and I was cut off from my mana.
A lot of yapping and
That sounds like an old poison.
Weird fox noises.
Indeed. Managed to bring back some of it, so I passed it along to Krast to figure out what exactly it is. And how to hopefully fix what it caused.
If you can't find anything out from him, I could try and call Ivanka. But I know you don't have the best experience with her.
No, I'm very much hoping that my department can figure things out, but I'm not so prideful as to turn away a helping hand if it comes to that.
I know. That's why I offer, but acknowledge the... If it gets...
Indeed.
What's taking so long?
What we need to do is make certain that they do not know where we are. Now, how close was this?
He said he was being followed, so I can only assume they know where the estate is.
And
So he ran as far away as he could, just in case. By the time I got to him, he was half dead. Which is surprising.
Did not get to say this at the time, but this is also a very good reason why you do not run out alone.
My dear, I've handled an army of orcs, trolls, goblins.
None of those things frighten Fenrir.
I gotta get closer. I don't have my glasses on. Because they get all slimed up and I cannot see with the glasses.
And whose fault was that?
It's a man.
Shush it.
One who I'm not afraid of.
Perhaps you should be a bit more after that.
I do not know how to feel about this.
I was underprepared and didn't know what to expect going into it.
You sounded prepared. You ran off alone, not knowing what to expect.
Well, I was only underprepared because a certain dog didn't tell me what was happening, just that he was afraid and he was injured.
That should be the first reason to not go alone.
Yeah.
Speaking of alone, do you and Echo need somewhere else to stay?
Wait a minute.
I have enough wards around the place.
Wait a minute. No, wait.
I cannot leave my shrine at this point. I am the guardian of that forest.
Bullshit. I swear to God.
You have your connection about this.
Fucking bullshit. No.
Besides, I think the only person they're after is him. Or me. Calling me a doomsday cult leader.
Do you have any idea? Is that why they're after them?
Go do your job.
To make a painfully long story short, I've made a deal with, well, a mutual contract with Fenrir.
I'm just,
My clan worshipped Fenrir as a god. Most would see the Wolf of the Apocalypse as the bringer of doomsday. So there are some who would probably see us as a doomsday cult.
That's rolling.
Oh.
That's rolling.
Oh my god. I was gone for like half a month. What happened?
The fact that someone like that found out about that.
Anything I can help with, let me know.
You're gonna see him.
Thank you, darling.
Both of you are gonna see him.
Thank you.
Pull down the neck of the shirt, and you're gonna see.
Yeah, at least looking into the powder and weapon that came from them.
It's a flesh goat, like how Kise is.
Yes.
Basically,
Anything I should be filled in on?
I basically temporarily shifted my soul out of my normal.
Mocha did not tell you.
No, she told me. Well, told me how fucked up you got.
Partially just to try and
After I got Kise back to the estate, I went looking for you, but I couldn't find you in the dark.
Partially because I.
Well, by some grace of the gods, Fenrir was able to bring us back through the Bifrost. But I was completely cut off from all my mana, so I couldn't do anything. Individual decided to start attacking Fenrir. To the point.
Who's stupid enough to do that? Or rather, who's stupid enough to try?
I honestly don't remember.
This person almost killed Fenrir. I don't think stupid is the right word for it. Strong, yes. Though, they knew exactly how I fought. Matched me swing for swing.
occurred, so I had it like attached to me for like.
And I could tell
Stalker level.
Someone who's been watching.
And then I managed to control it.
I don't know they were wearing a mask.
This is my son, or daughter, or whatever.
I can only assume it's a northerner because they knew about
My kid or not.
my clan and the god we worshipped. But he was mainly, I say they were mainly toying with me. Whenever they would parry a blow, they would retaliate with a slash across whatever body part was exposed at the time. And when he grew tired, when they grew tired, they reached in a pouch and threw dust on me.
It was in all the wounds.
Eventually, I slowed down. I felt my mana leaving my body, or being cut off from it. And then eventually I grew tired, collapsed to my knees, and I was frozen in that position. In my twisted, gnarled form that I had apparently taken in a fit of rage. I was stuck in that position for about 12 hours before I finally collapsed. Though thanks to Kise and the yokai, they cleaned out enough of my wounds so I could have at least access to some of my mana again, and I had to manually breathe. Forced air into my lungs and then out.
This powder. Do you have samples of it?
They managed to get some. I passed it along to Kras. He has been studying it for the past few days. He gave me a bit of the... Yes, he gave me what he found so far. I also told him that he could take the blade that was lodged in his shoulder. Something technological. I had to have the yokai rip it out and throw it away before I could get close enough.
Yes, that was...
He seems to think it may involve some sort of trigger or something, or at least he would be able to look and see. So, he and the toy makers are going to take a look.
Right. This is Salem. Humanoid, something else.
Humanoid, slightly taller than myself.
Right.
Mask.
Legs like mine or legs like yours?
Mine. From my best guess, I would say that they were mostly human. Everything else I couldn't tell. They were covered in black. All I could see are red eyes behind the mask.
Did Fenrir happen to catch their scent?
No, the dust immediately was thrown in his face, and with the silver, I can only assume it interfered with...
Hello, Eyes.
Right.
Hello, you do.
Hey, Eyes.
Hey, Jim. Hi. What's going on?
A long week. Something I'm getting the toy makers to look into. Sigurd has apparently a very dangerous rival, stalker, killer, assassin, something.
Toy maker?
Eventually, dear. Kras is bringing an object that I need the toy makers to look over with him.
My best guess is
You do.
that he was targeting me using Fenrir as bait.
Trying to lure you out.
Otherwise, why not?
Your connection to Fenrir.
Now, speaking
Otherwise,
of...
why not just kill the dog who he believes is going to bring about the end of the universe?
Of course he went straight in the toy maker room. I cannot go in there!
Did someone just go in there?
And there goes Roland. Oh, Roland's got a flesh golem.
Oh, that's Ollivander. He is.
I see who
But-
brought the blade.
Yes, I was attacked. Or more.
Unfortunately,
Again?
course
Mm.
crew took of saving.
Yes.
Well, he went to help someone
And I
who was
don't
attacked
like it.
and then could not deal with it
Yes.
properly. He went on his own.
No. They were better than me.
Mm.
And
I
that's not
noticed
something
that.
easy for me to admit.
Okay. I'm assuming all the proper things have been taken care of. You're looking into something. Toymaker wise.
Indeed.
They were. Finrir was able to grab a pouch before this assailant left. Ripped it off their side. Crass was given that pouch to examine the contents within. And the large weapon that was pulled from my shoulder. Upon arriving back in my state.
Grass does have experience with poisons and paralytics.
That was my
Hopefully you
fault.
find something.
He at least found out what it was made of, for the most part, though parts of it are apparently complex. Involves a trigger of some sorts, which is why I have him looking at the blade. It was technological in nature, so I could not get close to it, but it may involve the trigger, who knows?
Do Northerners typically use this sort of technology, or is this something different from what you've seen?
My people don't. As for people across the sea, I have no idea. That's something you'd have to ask Aurora or Gaildir.
It has been hundreds of years for you, so... Is Aurora?
What?
Aurora?
Isn't that the name of Gaildir's?
Auron.
Auron.
I don't know them. I thought you said Aurora.
I did say Aurora.
Oh.
I meant Auron. I know it had something to do with, or it was akin to the lights.
Has anybody looked around? Have you done any sweeps or anything?
I think Roland has, but Roland's,
Oh yes, he went to help Crass, unlikely.
I think he's also swapping
Hello,
out his
dear.
flesh golem.
I'm gonna look around.
How are things?
Very busy, unfortunately. A bit worrisome, but otherwise fine around here, at least. His personal issues, apologies.
Anything you guys need help with, or?
Ooh, that is a good question, given I do not know what the toy makers are going to come up with in there, but... You know technology, do you not?
Yes.
And if they cannot find out something, I may request your knowledge on a particular item that we have, but we are seeing what they can come up with first. I do not know what they are coming up with because I cannot go in the toy maker room. It is full of technology.
Understandable.
Should I go in there? I'm not a toy maker. I don't know how secure or if I'm going to be immediately shot going in there.
If you need somebody to go into with the toy maker room so that you don't get shot, I am part of toy makers.
I keep forgetting that.
Anything you
Crash
can...
has something we've been waiting for. He's in the toy maker room.
You can provide any information to them, that would be good, but...
I can, what is it he's working on just that way I can know? I'm not gonna get too close. I know there's still a thing with Kise. I don't remember the term, but the thing
Kigane, yes.
Yeah.
He has a weapon, a blade that was found. I'm trying to discern what what exactly its nature is.
Okay. I'll ask him if he's gotten. You want me to ask him if he's gotten anything on that or anything else?
Yes, that would be a
And
good
talking to
start.
us
And yes,
would be pleasant.
Okay.
I do not know if he knows that I cannot go in there.
Probably doesn't.
New department members.
Maybe I should offer putting up some runes in there to try to dampen things out.
I do not know how much your runes could do with how much is in there that I've heard of, darling. I can feel it from here in my flesh golem.
There is a lot in there. And that's just the stuff above the floors.
Maybe if I show, not Elise, but
Evo.
Maybe she could do something with the runes. Use it as a basing point.
Would have to gut most probably a lot of the things that are in there.
Emerges from the orb.
If what they say about
There comes
Evo is
round.
true, then it shouldn't be too hard for her to...
Oh dear.
Hello.
Hello again, darling.
Also, we were just examining the blade and the substances that were within it.
Yeah, we were just
wanna-
just brought in the blade. I was giving it a good scan and looking at.
Do we maybe want to step into the medical bay or security?
What the fuck is the slime bag?
It has always been there, dear.
This isn't a vehicle.
Claiming
Claiming
what do you
her
think, my
legs
love?
are
It is
too
up to you.
short. They have some
we
sort
can-
of weird symbiosis going on.
Can you pull equipment from the toy makers if you needed them?
Yep, I can get some scanning equipment or what have you.
Okay, welcome back.
So,
I got some that we
medical.
can pull from toy makers or K&L can assist with that too.
Okay.
I've got some stuff from them.
Okay, so then...
Nah.
Medical bay, since you can actually go in there.
About it, honestly kind of forgot.
Yes, at least that.
Come along.
You don't mind if I just scan this shit?
If you wish.
You may have to know, given if they come around to the...
Yes, it's best that you... Yeah.
The 3 samples.
Oh, okay, good.
Just some basic scanners.
I'm sure you're probably already.
I'll fill Echo in later.
I would sit, but I feel like I've been sitting for...
Unlike you, I've not. So long as there's not too much exhaustion.
No.
Are your legs feeling like your hands?
Not as bad. I'm still a little stiff. I need to do yoga again. Vocal cords, though, they're still a bit strained, stiff. It's hard to explain that you can feel when they're stiff.
I was just gonna set the blade here on the desk. Yep, that's why I'm moving it over here.
Yes.
Okay, for reference, I'll send both of you the blade. And there you go.
Alright.
Alright.
Got our 3 substances here. We've got our blade there.
Alright, I'll just give Jack a minute to do what he needs to.
Oh. It's technologically abhorrent and ugly.
Looks like something that gets in Fair City. Or even something Artemis might make.
Oh, I hope Artemis has more taste than that.
You realize
Taste
it's
is
an axe,
subjective.
right?
He has a very ugly axe.
Weapons aren't always meant to be pretty, Kise.
I mean, there's fashion and then there's functionality. This one's got, I mean, I guess it's got a bit of functionality to it, but
It's a
The
strange
blade
design,
would
to be
heat
sure.
up. The blade would heat up, and it cut through my shoulder like butter.
Yeah, that sounds about right for a blade like this.
And then Kraus was explaining to me the 3 different substances that were found alongside the blade.
Yep. Here,
Silver powder,
which is in the form of a sand, comes from seems like a large arachnid, but it's also encased in tiny sand-like pellets as if it's frozen in a temporal stasis.
like the venom was crystallized.
Yeah. Then, as Roland was saying, we have a silver dust here, which seems very expertly made to be an activator of some sort, but need the trigger, which we're likely thinking comes from the axe somehow. And then finally, there's this fucking blob of black ink.
Again, I do not
Black
believe that is particularly... Is that on Fenrir?
No, this looks different. Fenrir, I can look at and see this. When I look at this, I see nothing and endless.
What?
It's hard to explain.
So from what I can judge of it, judging by that
almost
alone,
like a lack
and
of
from my
substance.
test, yeah, feels like it's something that originates either from a void or abyss, from my background before, but couldn't quite put a pin on that. It's encased in another thing similar. This type shit. As well as when I tried to kind of open it up and, look at it, try to get like a sense of like the magical properties of it, it not only felt like there was nothing there and then pulled on my mana and magic, it then like fed on it, it seemed like got bigger and then went back to normal.
Okay,
That
so
is
that's definitely
disturbing.
got a void property then. Just from how I've seen what happens when Jerry eats monocrystals, or whenever Mocha or Moriev absorbed a spell.
That is what I
The
considered.
silver I had 2.
It might be worth having Jerry have a look at it. He might be able to find something.
Maybe. The silver I had 2 theories as to what it served. First, I know silver tends to be very adverse to Fey folk, so maybe they thought you were some sort of Feyborn, or Fenrir was some sort of Feyborn, and thought to use the silver as a type of poison. Or,
Werewolves are weak to silver.
Yes, you're quite wolf-like at the moment.
So are some sorts of Fey, but not every kind of Fey is weak to silver.
And most
The other
Fey I know
theory I
are
had-
weak to cold iron.
Yeah.
The other theory
I
I
just
had
shot
was...
Jerry a message.
Thank you, dear.
He'll pop by after work.
The other theory I had was when we were examining that bullet that was in you earlier, Jaden, from the attack way back. It had a lead
those
shell and a
Artemian
copper.
poachers.
It had a copper core, and the copper was used as basically the mana power source. I was thinking maybe this silver could have been used in a much similar way. As a sort of
Does
catalyst
silver
activator
have-
for...
Does silver have magical or conductive properties?
From a blacksmith standpoint, it can conduct. It's one of the more cheaper metals that can conduct magic.
Yeah. You get the right enchantment on that fucker, it'll do pretty well. Actually, hey Kise, quick question. Did all this stuff come out of the same part of the axe, or from different parts of the axe?
Oh, no, that was not even from the axe as far as I can tell. If you mean the dust.
The axe.
Fenrir brought it separately.
Shoulder. The dust was in a pouch that was handed over.
Okay, so the dust was a secondary it's a secondary usage. The other thing I'm wondering about is this arachnid venom. The fact that it's crystallized like this.
Probably to keep its potency, but even then, the method of keeping it potent like that is very bizarre.
The only thing I could think of is that maybe it was not intended to be an instantaneous activation. It gets into the bloodstream and then it dissolves and activates later as a timed release.
Yeah, most likely.
Nothing else that happened to that is surprising.
I guess the design of this thing is very strange. Like, I understand the point of the heated edge, but like the grip, this piece that hooks up and back and around. Functionality-wise, I can't think of.
That looks like, from my very limited knowledge of tech, that looks like it could be a power cord hooked to a battery that's connected to the blade that allows you to heat the blade up instantaneously.
Exactly. Yeah. No, there's a couple blades similar to that. This one's just a little bit more robust to have a bigger power cord, to have a bigger power output.
Is there anyone on the Toy Maker's staff who has experience with constructing and deconstructing weapons?
Roland, you've been there longer than I. Are you someone who's good with weapons constructing or deconstructing, or is there someone else for that?
I mean, I can try my hand at disassembling it. It shouldn't be that difficult. I would have to take it back to my bunker to properly disassemble it. Safely disassemble it, because I don't want to risk anyone here.
Either that, or perhaps Artemis has seen something, given that she goes to Zephyra much more often than I do.
It's an axe, and it seems to be inert. It's not gonna jump up and swing itself.
True.
Yeah. I mean,
either way, try and see if we can learn something about the maker of it. If we can learn who made it, make it a clue as to who these idiots were that attacked you and why.
I mean, that's technically true, because you can figure out who bought the axe if you figure out who made it. But at the same time, that kind of goes to the, like, you know, salesman, buyer, or customer, like, confidentiality shit. They might not be able to tell you exactly unless you're, like, you know, actual authorities.
We have, well, I mean, we have more money than we ever need. Everyone's got a price.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that entirely. So, could be a way to find out something. I thought still was on how the fuck they made these fucking powders and shit.
Don't we have the tools here to look at it?
Yeah.
I should. I've got my own scanner as well here that I've been using.
If you need to do it properly in the toy maker room, I understand. I just cannot go in there myself, so you have to tell me afterwards.
Fill me in on the rest of this later. Jerry needs me to go pick him up from work.
Got it.
Right.
Alright.
Thank
I'll
you,
be
dear.
back soon.
Alright, so we can wait for Jerry to take a look at that ooze. As for this crystallized venom, Flint, just doing a basic scan and microscopic analysis, what would he learn from the venom? Or Jack, rather.
That's a Jack thing, not a Flint thing. The venom itself. Let me.
Yeah, I don't know shit.
Hold on, I gotta find it. I gotta look.
Roland can just have like a remote computer like strapped to his arm, connected to the Toymaker mainframe, so anything he scans in here can be analyzed over there and the info spat back.
Basically, all you'll be able to pick up is that it is indeed arachnid, paralytic. No specific type of arachnid is brought back.
Okay.
But it's very potent, and a scanner would probably estimate that wherever this paralytic came from was a very large spider.
Right. Alright, let's have a look at this thing. I'm gonna hold out a little hand scanner and just take a few scans through the jar. So it is a spider venom of some sort. Strangely, the computer is not able to pinpoint a specific breed. But it is a
same, huh?
Yeah. See, it's just saying that it's a large one, and oof. Yeah, the potency on this venom is yikes.
Yep, same shit I found.
That would explain why it worked as quickly as it did.
Darling, are there any large spiders in your, let us say, your more recent hunting grounds?
No, I haven't encountered very large spiders for about 20 plus years.
Can't say I've seen any particularly large spiders on my trips.
So, here's the elephant in the room. Where'd this shit come from? Who the fuck attacked you with this fucking blade and shit? You don't remember?
I don't know.
Masked.
They were wearing all black. They were masked. The only thing I could see were red eyes underneath the mask. They fought me. They were better. They toyed with me. One cut here and there. And then I suppose when he was sufficiently, I say he, I don't know who or what they were. When they were sufficiently pleased with their work, they reached into that pouch, grabbed a handful of the dust, and threw it at me.
The dust being a combo of the silver and the venom?
I assume all of that, if that was all found in the pouch.
Well, that's the thing. The pouch itself could have probably been divided in a good point where you could grab what you needed and not have it all mixed together. Because it seems like a bunch of different things where you have a paralytic that can be activated when needed. You have a silver dust, which can be activated when needed. And you have a mana and magic draining ooze, which can be activated when needed.
Which, if you combine all three, creates a very potent and very deadly cocktail.
Which is exactly what happened, it seems.
Whoever it was, they wanted me to bleed out, frozen, unmoving.
If they threw all three of you, that must have meant that they just didn't even know their target. They didn't.
Oh, they knew exactly their target.
Wait, hold on. You said the silver dust. You said it was some kind of activator.
Yeah, it's some sort of activator, but we need a trigger for it.
When we don't have any idea what the trigger is.
Well, we thought that the trigger might be something in this axe here, but seems like that might be a dud.
You said the stuff was thrown at you from a separate thing, not from the axe itself. So there goes that.
Unless it is used somewhat like a wand or something, though it is very technological for that.
No. My alchemy knowledge is not the best. I know basics, health potions.
Got something to cover your mouth?
What are you doing?
Be careful in my medical wing.
Heat. Oh, be careful. Don't worry.
Hold on. If you're going to try and activate this thing, then let me do it. Because if anything happens to this body, I will just jump back into my bug body.
Darling, that is magical. Be careful. Did you not hear that it drains mana? You may not be able to return to your body.
The black ooze drains mana. We're not sure if the silver has any magical properties.
Alright, so long as one does not activate the other in close proximity.
Okay. Well,
We
in
can
that case,
easily
here.
just...
Well, in that case, here, hang on. I'm just going to take a small sample of the silver powder. I'm going to step back here. And just use a simple fire spell just to heat my hand. Would anything happen?
The silver dust would be unresponsive.
Nope. Not feeling any difference in the silver.
Alright. Bring her back.
Actually, hang on. One more thing. He's going to try passing a low-level electric current through it, using his lightning mana. Anything?
Aside from what you would typically have when lightning or thunder would roll through a metal, it would be unresponsive.
Okay. So heat and electricity are not activators for this. If the silver does have any sort of magical property, it's entirely possible that it's activated by something on the person who threw it. Like a rune etched into their skin, or like a ring they were wearing at the time.
Well, their current state.
You know, it's most likely the case that the activator is probably the same for all three things.
Oh, they all came together that way.
No, as I was saying, my alchemy knowledge is limited
Hello.
at best.
Oh, hello, Jerry.
Hello, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Thank you for
An activator would
wishing to help
trigger
us.
something, yes?
That's fine. Davey was a little vague on details. He said there was something dark and goopy in 8 magic.
Something that would
Yes, there was a bit of
trigger
an
the
incident with Sigurd last week, and he had his powder thrown at him. It seemed to be separated. One of the,
Or an activator rune for a
I suppose, particles involved with some sort of inky substance that may be void-like.
the
It seems to eat mana.
activates the two other compounds.
Uh,
The trigger is activated, the silver does something, and it activates the two others.
Doesn't sound like blood.
That's possible.
At least not one from Void Worms.
The activator, that could be a possibility.
I believe the sample is over there somewhere, Crass has. They've been trying to figure out the trigger for a silver substance that was also in the pouch.
Let's just mix a little bit of this here.
Fall.
He pours some of the silver dust on top of the paralytic sand.
It would be fine. No response.
Hey, Jerry.
No response, and it seeps right through.
Hey.
Alright.
So we've got something here we'd like you to take a look at, bud.
Yeah, Dream was incredibly vague. Something dark, black, and goopy. And it ate magic.
On the table, you're going to see a small glass jar, and there's a black substance within it. From what we've been able to tell, this black stuff, whatever it is, absorbs mana. We figure it could potentially have a void property because we know how it happens, how it works with you, with Mocha, even with Indra. We were just curious if you recognize this stuff at all.
You want some mana from me, and it grew a little bit, then went back to normal. The interesting thing about this stuff, though, is it's being contained in a small layer of what seems like a temporal stasis.
Interesting. Oh, crass, is it?
Yep.
Could you put a small amount of it on a piece of paper? I do it myself, but I don't have arms.
Of course. Alright. Let's get a piece of paper. There we go.
Hey, what you are going to see is a very long anteater-like tongue slither out of Jerry's mouth and touch the sample on the paper. What would Jerry notice?
Jerry would notice that it is cold. Icy cold.
Would it have any void-like properties that Jerry would be able to pick up?
In its current state, all Jerry could feel is cold.
Are you alright, dear? Are you alright, dear?
I'm not certain if this is from the void or not. But it is cold. Like fresh snow.
Jerry would be able to see that it is reminiscent of the void. However, in its current state, with the very visible, clear coating over this, it's hard for you to tell for sure. Because the coating is clearly interfering with it.
This is complicated.
Yeah.
This is like something I've seen before. Something back home. But
okay.
Roland, come closer. Have a look at the sample.
Yeah, what do we got? We're looking at here.
You see that shimmer on it?
Yeah, that almost like semi-clear shell.
Yeah, the
That's
thing causing
changed
the
it.
stasis.
It's not what it used to be.
It was keeping its properties in, perhaps. Like a shield.
Typological. Because if it is from the void, imagine surely me touching it.
Here, Roland, can you take this axe back to the toy makers quick if you want to take more of a look at it? It's probably just a nothing burger.
This is like those capsules they put around medicine in this day and age.
You're gonna need me.
Understood. For now, I'll just put it back in the toy makers. You and I can chat later.
I would try to eat the sample, but I feel like that would be a mad idea.
Yes, please do not harm yourself, dear, until we figure out what it is.
Don't eat it. But I'm starting to think.
Crass, you realize I exist on mana crystals, yes?
Yes, I do understand. You are a being of the void that eats mana crystals. I'm fully aware.
Oh. Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, no
Some people
worries.
get very weird when I tell them that I eat crystals.
I have dealt with many shit for several years. Believe me, you are not the weirdest thing I've met. I have been to the abyss and the void.
You heard him to talk sometime.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so basically we've got a three-part
I have
concoction here.
one thing. Do we have anything that can disrupt magic?
Besides Jerry.
I know dispel magic.
I unfortunately don't.
Eat the magic.
Technically, yes. At least in this.
I'm gonna have to swap back into my actual body. Sorry, excuse me.
Kise. If if you can dispel magic, do you think you can try to dispel the magic that is around the goop and the paralytic?
Potentially,
I
though.
will stand over here
Yes.
just in case. I don't want
If
to.
that
use a
occurs, we
spell.
shall not know what the trigger is, because this will be the opposite. Perhaps a small sample of... save some of the others, but perhaps a smaller sampling.
Yeah.
That way you can still tell the trigger for the others.
Here, there's that small little sample that Jerry was sticking their tongue in. We can move the rest of it over here.
Lovely.
Okay.
There we go.
Alright.
For space and time, without a flaw, Iris staff I swiftly draw. One of the abilities I've learned with this thing is it can, in a very small area, nullify magic.
Dispel, out of character. Dispel or nullify. That is two very different things.
Well, at least no
Temporarily
dispel.
inactive. Which term would be the proper? It's rendering temporarily inactive.
Like an anti-magic field.
So temporarily nullifies it, I guess.
Alright, go crazy.
Alright. One's gonna back up. He's gonna very carefully touch the tip of the staff.
Make sure it's only that area. You're separating out some of it.
Just a small sample, not even enough to fit on the head of a pin. Anything?
You would see that suddenly the sample would start to spark electricity.
Okay. It's just gonna hold it for a second just to watch the reaction, and then.
It is, looking at it, it is very clear that it is fighting off whatever you're using.
Oh. Interesting. I got the distinct sensation that whatever that was, it did not like what I was just trying to do.
Sentient.
Something that hates anti-magic.
But yet is itself anti-magic.
If I had a nick for every time I've seen that, I'd have 3 nickels?
Which isn't
Which
much,
isn't
but
a
it's worth
lot,
a
but it's weird that it's happened 3 times.
Yeah.
No, this is just called a magical dick measuring contest. For which is the better anti-magic.
Roland,
Yes. Yeah,
hear me
Derek,
out.
what's up?
Try what you did again, and I want to see if I can eat its reaction. It might not work, but it could. Because if its reaction is magical, I can eat it.
Do you,
Just
do
be
you
very
want
careful,
something to
darling.
maybe ground yourself, because there's electricity coming off that when he does that.
Remember,
Yes.
any sort of grounding spell you could
I don't
give
want to be a lit. Oh wait.
That would
yes,
not work.
That would not. Hold on.
Is there a rubber mat somewhere I can stand on?
I was gonna say, do we got like any rubber boots or something?
We definitely do have rubber for various things in the back.
Are we sure this is a good idea? Because it sounds like one of my plans.
Sorry?
No, it's a
That
terrible
would
idea,
make-
but I don't see any better ones.
This is more along the lines of perhaps we need a more controlled environment than our medical wing.
Sit down on one of those like rubber anti-slip mats.
Should we perhaps take this outside then?
I'd rather not destroy the medical bay. Important.
We can go in the backyard. Yep. As long as we're not near the water.
Uh,
The water would be a bad
so long as there is not a gigantic explosion that brings trouble for Mona.
I've got
True.
that.
Put the sample back into the jar.
Ugh. And we can leave the rest of the sample stuff in here for now.
No, because just in case somebody else decides to get a case.
Yes, no, we are not.
Take the 2
Yes.
jars and tuck them into a bag of holding for now.
You might want to grab the axe as well, just in case. Alright. Should we tell lies?
Yes, that is a good idea. Whenever one is doing science or whatever it is, best to tell lies. He doesn't live here.
We love science.
Quite a diverse place. There's a good many different countries and masses.
A couple minutes ago, but I haven't seen him since then. He's been gone for a few minutes.
I'll take the library.
I can imagine
I've discovered as much as I can here.
I'll check the kitchen.
Quite a diverse people.
Thank you,
He
dear.
wouldn't be in there.
Never mind, not
Oh, right, only.
Used to be human, but humans
Which I think you could. But...
Remember, only the maids can go in there.
They used to be human, but now.
But yes, but so can
Despite him being
heads.
Security.
Right.
He's not a maid.
Yeah,
No, I can go in there, and I am not technically a maid.
they'd all gone extinct.
I gave you permission.
Is that so?
You don't give Ice permission.
Wouldn't be allowed to go in there.
Oh. Is it because he gives you so many eggs?
Yes, actually.
That makes sense.
No, I suppose that qualifies as a form of undead myself.
Fair enough.
I think so.
What, was it not an excellent job?
Oh, do not. Do not.
They were
I have heard about this.
Come out in eggs or not.
I said I got along well.
Oh, there they are.
That's good.
Okay, Jerry found them.
You're looking for me?
Hey guys.
The borders between us were quite
Chris.
clear, and
We're conducting science.
there
Or
was
wish
quite
to, and wish to let you know first.
actions, you could say.
Oh, are you doing the...
But
So
it's the end of the world.
we're
Outside.
doing a testing thing outside. It'll cause some sparks, and then Jerry's gonna try and eat something.
Eat what?
Alright, they're mana, presumably.
It's like a black ooze thing that eats mana.
That's good at least.
Okay.
It's strange to hear someone go through an apocalypse.
There are people in the backyard, so I'm gonna walk with you and tell them, hey, can you evacuate the backyard so people can
I'll
do
come
a thing?
too.
It's always been properly.
Thank you very much.
You said you recommend.
I mean, unless you want to spend more time with Finley, I can go and do it.
I'm gonna bring Finley.
I'm basically indestructible. It's fine.
Yes, we can make it a party. We do not get to do anything together.
Basically, indestructible is basically just a challenge.
Are you in?
Oh, please never say that.
Destruct me?
Don't we do stuff together every day?
The only one who gets to
bake and you
destruct
eat.
me is
It's
Eyes.
Yes, but
It's a
not with
circle.
Eyes and Finley. That is different.
It's a routine. Just invite him to the rock god.
Yes, we really do.
Throw them out into the sun.
Hey, Jerry.
I could throw them into the sun. You don't have to throw them into the sun. I can do it myself.
Please don't throw anyone into the sun.
I'm an independent vampire.
You are?
You
This is
are.
very kind
It
of
is fine. We cannot see the sun, so you do not know where to throw.
Exactly.
I feel that flying would be problematic.
If you, to be fair, there are a lot of stars. If you throw in any direction, you'll eventually hit a sun.
If you throw hard enough.
Complicated.
Unless their theory
they can
that
be sometimes.
we're in a black hole has credence, then you're throwing them into a black hole.
I'm glad you're not lacking in confidence to be able to hit a star.
Did you grab that axe, Roland?
He did, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm staying away from that. I'm staying away from that axe.
I was making sure you got the axe.
Yep, you would see it floating behind Roland, held by one of his anti-grav wings segments.
Ah, good. Looks like Eyes is checking over there. How far do we want to go? Probably as far as we can from the manor. As
They're still
Yeah, I don't want Mona to eat me. That would be a bad idea. I also don't think we should be in the water. That's also a bad idea.
That's what I'm talking about. You can stay here if you want. I'm just saying, everybody out there, we're gonna send it back out here.
Well, which way is the wind going?
Well, I don't know if it is. Okay, what
Well,
kind of
there's wind.
science?
There's wind there.
This way.
There's not very much wind here. Well, then
We're
you
good.
wouldn't want to go that way because then they'll be downwind. So actually, it would probably be better if they go that way and we stay here.
I sincerely hope we don't.
But we're in Mona's influence.
That was a joke, Roland.
That's true.
I don't want to blow up.
They gotta go that way.
Yeah.
Honestly, the fact that this is
I
Mona's
can
influence might be better
do some
for them to stay
wind
here
things
rather
in
than
reverse.
Them staying here, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I can
What's the science? Are you detonating
I don't know.
nuke or something?
reverse the current if it's blowing that way.
They're doing something now. Let's head up.
All right.
Despite being a department head, I am not told.
I'm not stupid. I think it'll work.
See,
Alright.
people don't trust the word fine.
So we'll set up out
I
there,
also
Sig.
wonder,
You
like,
can change the wind direction to go the
upset?
other way.
Are you
I'll
upset that I said
try
that?
to
The F
stall,
word. You said the F word.
calm it at the
I
at
said
the
it
very
several
least.
times, actually.
Should you be using magic right now?
Okay. Right in front of my salad.
I'm fine. It'll be fine.
No, whenever you say that.
You know, some could say the same thing about you.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That when we both say we're fine, we're both not actually fine.
I'm not fine because you're not fine, and I have to deal with it.
To say that they're doing decently even though things are not very good. So he's implying that I'm not being fully truthful.
We
with
should
him.
not be near the water.
No.
Water would be a bad idea for this.
Yes, it would be. Yes, it
As we walk towards the waterfall.
Oh, he's talking to someone.
Because at least if it causes any fire, I can deal with that.
I would
I
say
think
the
I
opening
so.
over there.
My comfy clothes get messed up by this. So I'm gonna get mad.
You know what?
Ah.
I can carry you if you don't want
Alright.
to.
We're going uphill, boys and
No.
girls.
You can prestidigitate the dirt off. I mean
Okay,
something
so
different.
here's my
Mhm.
If it does go poorly and I get sent flying, it's not like I
We
afford
do
to
get free of our
fly.
clothes, so that's nice.
Sure, I guess.
Alright. We've
Are
got
we doing it here?
rubber mat.
Apparently.
You want to
That
do like
seems-
prime wind?
That
That we
seems
want to do?
unfair. Why not down here in the dirt?
When it
where there's
cuts
less
the
things to
wind.
mess up, where it cuts the wind.
Oh.
At the very least, if there's fire involved, I can take care of that. I am a fire commie.
Also,
Okay, you have a point.
Kise,
Yeah.
runes.
Yes. Yes. Right, and the... Perhaps that
That
hill?
hill would be pretty good. Yeah, that hill would be better.
Yes.
It's kind of blocked. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
The mountain
At least
blocks it, and
everything is up against the cliff face.
I mean, at least I can win in the water if I go flying. I say if.
Flying.
I've never been flying, so.
If.
It's okay, just sprout wings or something. People tend to do that.
No.
I mean, I did
They
sprout
really don't.
wings.
You do.
Well, I mean,
See, there you go.
I guess I could.
I never used to have
I
legs.
also could in like 1,000 years. When I go feral.
Look, Worst case scenario, you got multiple medics here, alright? It'll be perfectly fine.
I am a magical healer. I cannot heal him like that.
I would leave the
I am magical and I am medical.
At least you can do it then. We cannot use magic on him, remember?
Yes, they're void.
Yes.
I like to eat that shit.
I know, which is why I cannot heal him.
The wind is going nowhere.
We have
A little bit.
Matt down. Roland, if you want to put down the sample.
Yep. For, again, small sample, like barely the size of the head of a pin.
That's fine.
Okay, moving.
Let's do be careful, Jerry.
Alright, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
One touches the hip to his...
As before, the sample would spark with electric bolts coming off of it, and the second Jerry put it in their mouth, Jerry would feel an immense and painful electricity shooting through their body.
Spit it out,
spit it out.
Smacks back of his head.
I assume that.
Are you alright, dear? Oh, it messed up his translator.
The translator.
Stop.
I really should have taken all that off first.
I told them it was a bad idea.
That... You know, that would have been
sample again.
Wait, it's not
Jerry, we'll have to get in touch with Elise to get it repaired. From what we were able to figure out... Actually, you know what, I'll let...
First check on Jerry.
Do y'all not have spare translators?
It's one of the 3 substances found in a pouch of the attacker who attacked me.
With a void speech
They were trying to figure out if it's void, but apparently whatever it's coated in to somehow freeze it seemingly in
I was
time.
able to study it while Jerry was
Seems to have its own self-defense mechanism.
Might be able to adjust the translator
Yeah,
on
it's
my
also
own
not
system.
mana-based, where it has enough mana that Jerry can eat it that quickly.
He's gonna check Jerry to see any injuries.
I'm still calling it an anti-magic dick measuring contest.
Jerry would have a very strong smell of burnt hair, and he would look like he has some minor muscular damage. Almost as if what appears to be very mild electrical burns.
Alright, hang on. I got some...
I told them it was a bad idea for what it's worth.
As to Jerry's
Noted for the record.
He's technically not working right now, considering he almost died.
Or can he just, like, reboot it?
Again.
Maybe you should take him into the clinic room.
Yeah, that might be a
Yes.
good idea. This probably has some damage.
But it'll need like 1 or 2 small pieces.
Any of the others still around?
Okay,
but it might take a day or 2.
Alright, let me just...
I saw Nikolai. Okay.
Yes, Nikolai was around.
So that... Alright. Translator's got some minor damage. Good news. Pieces look like they're easily fixable. I can have it repaired in a day.
Oh, good.
Alright, hang on, Jerry. It's gonna poke a
Iris
little
staff,
bit.
your work is
only
done.
gonna
I
hurt a little.
send you back from whence you've come.
Healing potion. Getting injected.
Roland, you would hear a buzzing noise coming from the axe
That
behind you.
should help you.
What the heck?
Let that heal you up.
I'll
and over
gently
next,
set
like,
the axe down.
couple hours or so.
Why is this thing suddenly buzzing at me here?
I do not like
It would
that.
sound as though it's an intercom static.
Hello? Okay, this is odd.
You okay,
Picking up.
What?
I'm getting some weird buzzing coming from this thing. It almost... I didn't know any better. I swear it sounds like a comm channel coming through this thing. Careful. Get it back here away from Kise. Examining the axe, do we see any sort of speaker or communication interface?
Okay. The axe itself is made out of various different metals. Most notably mithril, being a predominant source of the makeup of the metal of the axe. Looking on the axe, there would be 2 sets of tally marks etched into the hilt. 2 sets of 15.
Good news is your
translator
isn't
one set
permanently
is
damaged.
painted a blood red.
The translator
The other
is
set is painted
how's Jerry?
gold.
How's his physical body?
Even a healing potion.
Very strongly of burnt hair
Equaling
and
30
some
tallies
minor
in
electrical
total.
burns across his entire body.
But there would be a noticeable...
Okay, so he has burns. If you want to help.
Yes. Alright. Well, technically I cannot heal him magically.
Sorry.
Pressing
the
button.
Let's get him back to the...
I'm gonna pick you up.
The calm noise would crackle to life, and a voice would come through, a very clearly disguised voice. And because I don't have any kind of voice changer, I'm just gonna...
Yep. So it's a heavily modulated voice. We'll just use our imagination.
Well,
Thank you, dear.
I'm gonna take it to the med
long
clinic.
enough.
Good.
You holding the axe, I don't...
Let me know what happens.
No,
Once I ever that's going on.
floating blood.
I'll go with ice.
Expected rolling.
Thank
At
you.
least apply some...
Nikolai should be around as well.
Though,
Yeah.
I expected you to at least take this apart before you found out the comm system was in the axe.
And who may we be speaking with?
Oh, that's cute. You think you are entitled to that information, which you're not.
Rude.
Well, you never know unless you ask.
What do you want?
No, Kise, nobody asked you.
Excuse me? How do you know me?
She's pouting, isn't she?
What do you want?
Hell's are you?
What do you mean? I need to want something?
Who the hell's are you?
Are you... by the look of you... Goggles... Are you some kind of alchemist? You... look
You
like...
can see.
Oh, so they brought you the dust, didn't they?
Maybe they did.
Oh, stop playing coy. We know they brought you the dust. That's why you're holding the axe.
Rolls his eyes.
Let me guess. You've examined it to the extent of your knowledge, and a lot of things came back a mystery. And you're stumped. Because some of this seems impossible, yes?
Some of it seems a bit out there, yeah?
Impossible just implies a lack of understanding.
I have to say it's pretty well made.
Oh, thank you. I made it myself, and that is a typical roll and response.
What the hell?
Someone familiar.
Oh, I was really hoping you would we would have this conversation while you were trying.
We like evil sick or something? What the fuck is this?
What the axe was.
Or his sister?
Though I do suggest not doing that.
Yeah, had a sneaking suspicion there was probably going to be a few more surprises built into this thing.
Oh, nothing so morbid. I assume you're thinking explosion, or it comes to life and starts cutting people in half. Nothing so elaborate, believe me.
No, it's pretty simple, Meg. You just got a battery here that connects to the blade and it heats up the fucking blade.
Oh, battery, that's cute.
Battery, fire crystal, whatever the fucking
Some
thing
form
is that
of
heats it
power.
up. Didn't
you
crack
sure
it
you-
fucking open.
Oh, and here I thought you would at least have some sort of inkling of curiosity about you to try to figure out how this thing works.
We were getting there. Sounds like you're a bit impatient.
I was never a patient man, let's be honest.
Man, then. As a novice sister. Oh,
What, you're
maybe.
just calling to be coy and try to egg people on and try to see, oh, have you tried this yet? Have you tried that? You're never gonna figure out my plan. You're never gonna figure out my equipment.
Oh no, I'm not so full of myself to do that. I know you'll figure out what's going on eventually, but by that time it's going to be too late.
Too late for what?
You think you're gonna pull that out of me so easily?
How's everything?
You're gonna try to, like...
If you're so
We're
confident
having
in
a
yourself,
discussion with the person on the other end of that call.
What, trying to, like, take over Zafira?
Apparently recognize us.
Rob a bank?
Oh, please.
we haven't heard
Try to
that.
take something.
And they're
Letting
being
you know that
very, very
Nikolai's-
frustrating.
Nikolai's taking care of Jerry.
Good.
Sweet neighbor.
Zafira
Thank you, dear.
is a shithole. Why would I or anyone in their right mind would want
So
to
whoever
throw
this
my
is, I'm
down?
very cross at them.
I'm gonna tell people not to go over here.
Thank you,
This is
Don.
happening.
Do I hear eyes?
See?
Huh?
Hey, Eyes. The guy on the phone knows you, I guess.
Tell him to fuck off.
He says to fuck off.
I heard. Thank you.
You're welcome. I like being a parrot.
I can tell.
I can tell.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to give us a nudge in the right direction of where this is all going in your head.
What do you mean where this is all going? Like what my end goal is?
Clearly, you have some sort of goal in mind. Attacking
Why do we always get the stalkers?
Attacking Wolfram, hitting him with that strange concoction, having us find your blade and this communicator. You're clearly stepping towards something.
Oh, you didn't find the blade. I left it on purpose, Roland.
Exactly. You
And
left it for us
Kise,
to
isn't
find.
it obvious? Have you seen him?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
He's a leader of a doomsday cult. That's all you'll get for now. That's the only motivation that you'll run around and tell people that he's being stalked by someone trying to take out doomsday cults.
Obviously, that is not the case. This is far
Fate
deeper
has
than
a
that.
funny way of unraveling its thread.
Yeah.
So, little patience, Kise, would do you great.
Oh, you. I've been patient enough in all this.
You know, it's really funny how you ended up with someone who's literally dealt with fate before. So, fuck you.
Oh, yes, another one from another universe, always dancing
No.
around, defying
No, from
their
this
fate.
universe. Nah, I just played with a jester. Had some tarot cards. Dealt with fate itself. Went to the abyss. You know, shit like that.
Yes, and I killed the fates.
No, I didn't kill fate. I just helped set it straight.
No,
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying
I
you did.
I started
so
reading
you like
my
to
own
stroke your
tapestry.
dick.
So you
Got
find you believe yourself one who defies the fate. Sets your own path, huh?
I didn't stutter last I checked, though I used to. That hasn't been quite some time.
I mean, everyone bleeds, so.
So you are dealing with.
Oh, that's cute. I don't.
You will.
Sure. Of course.
Are you one of the ones with the cryptic asshole?
Odin? Oh, Kise, you naive, adorable little girl.
Though I doubt you'll give us a straight answer, are you working with the children of Siegfried?
You mention their name in front of me again, Roland?
That's
That'll
enough.
be the last thing you ever say to me.
How do you hang this up?
You don't.
Click.
Shock to your hand. I told you, you don't.
Click.
Another shock. How was it a second time?
How was it?
I don't know. Go try again. Click.
We are not kink shaming here, but can you stop that?
I can do
That's
this
pretty
all
good,
day.
not gonna lie. Yeah, I can too. So anyways, get to the fucking point, you son of a bitch.
Name calling. So typical.
Hey, you said that
You
you were
called
the
her
one
a
that
little
didn't
girl.
have patience anyway.
She's acting like one.
Oh, I am
You
going to act
actually
like
did, so
something.
Here we are.
And you've given
I
us
see you
a
still have a
means of
bite.
Still.
Yeah, I mean, he has his tusks still.
And you accuse us
He's
of
got a good
name
bite.
calling, yet you've given us no other means of identifying you. Call sign.
Besides the
even a
fact that
fake
you
name to call
stalk
by.
us.
So, you want us
If
to
you-
play your game since you left your axe here. What's the next step of the
Okay,
game?
technically I should be looking at the axe butt.
Well, you have the tools to find the path that you need to go down. Though it seems like you're all very hung up on the void, I have part of that concoction. And I suppose since I haven't given you a name, you can all call me Vidar.
Vidar.
Very well.
Though judging by your reaction, some of you don't recognize that name, though it sounds like a pipe did.
Vengeance.
No, nothing so raw as vengeance. I'm not actually the god Vidar, please. That's just the name I'm
Well,
giving
yeah.
you.
If they're associated with that, is that a reason for this?
As I said, I'm just out to kill a doomsday cult.
Kill a doomsday cult. What cult specifically?
The one standing in front of you. Oh, you know he parades around with the god Fenrir, yes? Always attached to him. Always whispering.
So you think You're going to be the one that kills Fenrir. Oh, goodness. That seems to be...
I'm the one who will kill Fenrir, yes. I mean, of all the stories he's told you, Kise, you of all people should know that one.
And the Vira kills Fenrir. Right.
Yes.
Things have
Fenrir
already
is standing
changed.
Before you. You see, for Fenrir destroys all. And should Fenrir be released, it will set off a chain reaction of events that will have so many people die. People I care
You're talking
about.
about Ragnarok.
Ah, the bug is enlightened.
So that's why you're talking about changing fate and being your own fucking fate string and whatnot, and you're a fucking ass.
No, I'm just trying to get back what's mine.
It's yours.
Well, you're happy to come by and grab your fucking axe and shove it up your ass if you want.
Oh, I'm sure you'd like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd like to do it myself.
Do you think you own Fenrir now?
I have slayed a vast majority of the Fenrir I have encountered.
Oh, one of those isekai. I see.
Isekai? Oh, no, I am not dead. World hopper.
There you go. Planewalker.
Planeswalker.
Mhm.
So you go plane to plane, killing Fenrir after Fenrir to do whatever the fuck you want, huh?
No, I'm looking for
okay,
a very specific thing.
Two really important questions.
Come here.
What?
Now that's a
Oh,
voice
okay.
I've heard in a long time.
Okay. It is actually a really important question.
I know. Okay, Kise.
So, you say we have the pieces.
He seems to know everyone.
So, yes, I heard through the axe that you were all trying to figure out.
He's gonna need a wheelchair.
My little concoction. And you were so dreadfully off. Egg, I can't believe
So Roldan needs to make sure to take him home.
you thought conventional magic
Because 3 of his teeth are...
would be able to even touch.
Well, now I know
magic
kinda.
encasing void.
Yeah.
I mean, now I know this thing of what I'm talking to.
Everyone can make
Yeah, it's
a
probably some sort of
share
higher
stuff.
magic, yeah.
He knows how to do
I was
that.
Fucking
hoping
gone to
we
an
might
unbeliever
have one.
bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
If not, I can go get one for you, Dad.
Oh,
I would need to
sure. I've been called a god.
Which is why I was trying to ask.
Yeah, so it's divination magic. Alright.
Here's my name, yes.
Blood.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Do we have any wheelchairs already?
Yes, they should be in the back room. What happened?
My girlfriend knows
Is Jerry alright?
His feet are charred.
Send her my condolences.
Jerry, oh goodness.
He's not gonna be able to walk.
Mm.
At least not without damage.
Understood. Yes, we do in the back.
Nikolai's handling it.
Or dreadfully stupid that I
Good.
remembered.
Well, jeez, that is making me very, very angry.
I kicked the ass of the fighter in front of you.
Yes, we do. We do.
Across the land.
Oh, I cannot heal Jerry.
Quite a few people.
I'll go and I'll find it for Nikolai.
I heard what he told you.
You do, yes. The
When
back room in the
you're
medical
done.
wing. There's a cabinet on the left. It should be behind that.
Until the dust met him, it was inert.
You know what Rowan needs to know. I'll handle this.
Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
Now you're on the path.
I'm sworn back into the bullshit.
Brain cells are
Always something.
electric.
So So it's Wolfram or Fenrir or both that is the catalyst.
They're the same.
Hang on, I don't think I'm getting enough electricity to my brain cells. 1 sec. Click. Ah, there we go.
The third time you've done that, it would be or fourth would be basically the power would double every single time you touch that.
Well, at least we've solved that little mini mystery. Custom concoction specific for Fenrir and Wolfram.
They're the same person.
Until I
That
see
is
the
not
other ones
true.
for myself, I'm gonna keep calling them individuals.
You saw him in that state. I know you did. They are
Does
the
not mean
same.
anything. He was already a wolf before then.
Either way.
Was he?
Pewna.
Regardless, you've made your intentions quite clear, Vidar. Are you just here to taunt us? Because you say before that we're not going to be able to stop you.
Oh no, you won't. I mean, only one person can.
Yeah, and who's that? Your grandma?
Oh, no. No. Cute though.
Thanks. She was baking me cookies last weekend. Very nice.
Well, one way or the
What's
other.
the point of this conversation?
I don't fucking know anymore. He's being a fucking jackass.
They usually are.
He's monologuing.
He is.
Yeah, something I told myself I would never do. Yet here we are.
It's very ironic how literally you want us to play your game, and now the only thing that we really got is, oh hey, we know how to fucking get your shit to activate, being with fucking Fenrir and shit. Alright, cool. What's the next part of the game? What, you gonna send us to fucking Narnia or some shit?
No. No, not at all. Maybe I'll get a proper fight next time.
Alright.
You're going to regret that.
Not as good as the trip to see Aslan, but you know. Tomato, tomato. I guess.
Kise, there's a great many things I regret in my 1,000 years of living.
One of those times.
No, but this would be easier if I was.
Always something new to regret.
Roland. Yeah, I need to tell you something. Come over here. Entertain asshole.
Sure.
So callous eyes.
So how are you seeing out here anyway? You looking through like the button or through the fucking through tally marks or something or
Oh no, I'm just watching.
like oh, you've just got a divine eye on us? You're just looking
Oh,
in the
no.
sky?
No, nothing as magical as that.
Okay.
Figured you were around. See, this is why we get all the voyeurs, always the stalkers.
I was gonna say,
Take
if
a
you were more
close look
powerful
at the
than that.
trees. In the trees, you will see Raven.
scanning.
It would come back as a raven that's just staring at you. Though,
Where do
as
you
you
keep
look,
that communication? Sorry, keep going.
though, as you look around more, you'll start to notice there's at least one raven in every tree.
Sounds like a bird hunt. All right.
How many are you associated with that?
Good luck.
You know, if you were as powerful as you say you are, you'd probably be able to actually talk, like, you know, something like through our minds or something, rather than having to talk to the fucking axe. It's kind of, you know, cheesy.
Alright. You done?
Yes, I grow bored of this conversation anyway.
Took long enough. I grew bored of the conversation the first second I heard you.
Same.
And there would be a noticeable click, and the static would be gone.
I just tossed on the ground.
So, that needs to go in a Faraday cage to Faraday signals. Probably talk to Elise about that to figure out how to disconnect this from any communications. He still might be listening to us. We have no idea.
Yeah.
Also, interesting that he decided to contact when we're out of the manor, not within minutes of us wondering what would have happened if you had walked
Hit the
into
fronts. But
This is-
I heard
he's
all.
on.
I heard
Yeah.
all you said.
He hung up.
I'll take care of Jerry
Yeah.
when he gets. I'll be sure Jerry gets home and I've got monocrystals he can feed off of to heal up.
You know,
Thumbs up.
funny how he shows himself as a raven when the guy with fucking raven feathers on his fucking cloak is around. Not like I
Also,
don't-
How many of the people that are associated with ravens? There's so many.
A lot. A lot. They're
this.
very popular animals within mythology and divinity that if you throw a rock, there are probably like at least 10 or so gods that would lay claim to that particular animal. Like wolves.
Also ironic, the guy decided
Ravens.
to call himself Vidar. As in Vidar,
Yes.
Odin's son.
So what, do you think we're dealing with Hugin or Mugen, or what the fuck do you think we're dealing with here?
I don't know, but when he mentioned the tapestry and weaving his own fate, that's something along the lines of my religion.
Obviously.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seemed particularly pissed off when they brought up Fenrir, the cult of Fenrir. I'm picking
So
up
it
the
gets
X.
back to, like, Odin shit, which, I mean, you've got the two ravens there, Hugin and Mugen. Not sure how many other ravens are really in that, but probably a lot, I would assume. Like what, you know, you guys were saying.
In my culture, ravens were considered a symbol of Odin. If we ever saw a raven on the battlefield, we knew Odin was with us. And victory was ours.
So do you think it's Odin himself, or do you think it's just someone
I already asked whether they would actually tell me the truth. I do not know, but seems like a fool's errand to do. We have seen the cryptic asshole enough that he would not play those kind of games.
I've spoken with Odin myself, and he doesn't talk like that.
No.
Well, then
He
could it
also
possibly be what-
stated he's also stated that he's using a name of one of your gods, but wasn't one of them. So I have no doubts if he had the ability to control the birds like he did, he would do so as like a sign. Not actually being Odin, but just kind of
A display of
lack
power.
of a better term. Lack of a better term, cosplay.
Yeah, he's has-beening.
Though he said he controlled fate.
Yeah, a lot of people like to say they control fate. It's kind of funny. I've heard it like 1,000
Also,
times over the years.
The fates.
We need to figure out. I'm holding the axe right now. We need to figure out how to get this to stop broadcasting something.
Yes.
So, two toy makers here. You have a job.
I guess the only way to Only thing to do is to take it apart.
Yeah,
Take out
I was
the
thinking about
power
destroying it,
source.
but I think it was good. Yeah.
That'll hurt your number one fan's feelings. He doesn't want you to destroy it.
I could care less what he wants.
I know.
Same.
Honestly, I was about to pour
Jackass
fucking
thinks-
acid on this shit.
Jackass thinks he
I'm
can
gonna go-
toy with us. Yep.
Yeah.
Smuggle
Also,
probably make
weird
it
that he knew about us. That was weird.
I mean,
Stalkers!
Saying, like,
a long time.
no. It's not a stalker, because a stalker has contact with that person soon. Him saying, "Oh, I've heard that voice in a long time," sounds like a memory. Oh, I used to know you. You used to be like this.
Well, they've just been watching for quite some time.
There was one line there that he did say that caught my attention. The fact that he apparently fought you once.
Yes, I assume that is the masked person.
Besides,
yes.
no, it struck me as before that one incident. Like maybe he knew you from the past.
So my question: if he's a planeswalker, is it different timelines? Meaning, he met different versions of us. Then he could have known people, and then we're the first time meeting him. That type of thing.
Makes sense if you wouldn't know me.
Oh, I hope not. That is complicated.
One way,
It is.
one way or the
It
other.
is complicated.
Cross, you and I've got a
Actually.
job now.
Sig. Have you traveled from a different plane
Time
to this one?
Technically, I was thrown forward 300 years.
He was time skipped.
Do you think maybe you fought him back then?
At this point, anything is possible. Hell, I figured the Kari crew were all dead, but yet they live.
Alright, I'm gonna go talk to
I'm
Miss
gonna
Wilke.
nod and smile and wave.
Let me know if anything happens. Take care of the X.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Well,
Well,
Kise, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to follow us, but we are going to go to the toys maker's room and see if we can't find the power source and disconnect it.
Yes, honestly, at this point, that is probably for the best.
Yep. I mean, hey, it's in Mona's, territory, so probably won't be able to fucking hear us.
Yeah. I expect to hear everything afterwards. And be very upset about it, most probably. Oh, I hope it is not what I think.
What do you think?
They were very amused about the power source.
Well, the fact that he was talking about how we were using such mundane magics to try and figure this out makes me think that we're dealing with something more than just a simple battery in this thing.
Oh, no. And yes, I know certain people have been experimenting with special power sources, so...
Great. More shit to cause a headache.
I swear if there's a twig or something in there, I'm going to be very upset.
Oh, you mean like it's gonna be like the branch of Yggdrasil or something?
I have a bark of Yggdrasil, so it's not unheard of.
That is what I meant.
And the bark of Yggdrasil is a very, very powerful source of magic.
And able to travel across various realms.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
That's how I get around, by traveling through the Bifrost.
I see.
Yeah.
Though, if that were the case, I doubt they would be putting it into something where we would be able to get a hold of it. Unless they have far more, and at that point, that is even worse.
I'm going to say, if he claims what I think he is claiming, with how he talked and his ability to control the ravens and how he controls the fates.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably killed Oda at some point in some timeline or some world.
Which means he would have access to Yggdrasil.
But do remember, a god killer is not the same as a god. It's like how an elephant is afraid of a mouse. Just
No.
because something's smaller than something else doesn't mean it's not still that small thing.
But there are ways for mortals to become godlike.
Oh yeah, you get enough people fucking believing in you and praying to you and shit, you get enough divine energy in you, boom, kind of ascend a bit.
Sure, that's
Wait, and
one
shit.
way.
Oh, how
I mean,
rude.
that's one way.
It's literally my...
God.
Yes.
I was gonna say, that's technically how Kise's become a kami.
Chitsure.
But there's
I don't mean to
artifacts-
be rude, but was I wrong?
but I
You did not have to
what Wolfram is saying
be
too,
so
that
crass about it,
it goes in
crass.
different ways.
Ding ding. Sorry, you called out my name.
Why?
Oh dear.
Was Finley back there with you guys?
No, we're the only ones back here.
Yeah,
No.
sorry.
God darn it. Okay.
Look, you say sorry to be crass about it, but again, you did say I was being crass.
I see what you did there.
That was the point, yes.
You missed part of the conversation, bud.
You did. Look, at least you're
Hmm?
you're a friend, so I'll just be, you know, like playful about shit and talking about it like normal.
Newcomer? Oh.
Perhaps.
I don't know.
Huh.
Well, they had a Pokemon with them.
Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, no, I'll be a
Been
lot
a
more
Morn
fucking
bird?
crass
It's been a
and
while.
rude to, you know, this motherfucker. So.
Yes, again, did you really have to show off your kinks in the middle of that conversation?
Oh, they weren't my kinks. Don't worry.
Are you just borrowing kinks?
No, it's called having knowledge on shit and just trying to be uncomfortable to make someone feel fucking awkward about shit and make them maybe talk more.
I don't think that worked.
It throws them off their game.
Absolutely not.
Hey, you know what? It works sometimes. You know, one time out of 10.
Or I suppose. Though I'll go supervise this.
Right. Check on Jerry.
Let's get you in here.
I have no
Mm.
idea.
That actually sounds really good.
Oh dear. How are you doing, Jerry?
I'm losing especially.
It's a bit hard to tell considering I can't understand them.
Kise would see that he's covered in burn cream. His feet are bandaged. There is a mix of cotton wool and drool coming out of his mouth. And he has a very strong smell of burnt hair.
Oh.
Let's try to repack this wool a little bit.
Get some incense for you as well.
Mimikyu would notice Jerry's blood is purple.
I mean, now I want to build a letter to
Oh.
I have to wash this.
Alright, I knew that already.
But you'll be fine, Jerry.
What?
Yeah, Finley asked me to keep an eye on him, but I don't know where he's gone.
Fuck, Jerry.
Oh. It was good to have. Remember the department keeping an eye
Yeah,
out, and you're the
really-
only one. Well, of the two of us, I can also heal him, so.
Yeah, until you got here, I was the only one here.
Unfortunately, all my
told me
healing is
what
magical,
actually
so.
happened to him.
Hello,
Yeah.
darling.
I know
Oh,
that I'm a
did they not
surgeon,
tell
but I
you?
don't know his anatomy enough. No, nobody told me anything.
Oh, he was assisting us with an experiment on an item we thought was void related, and he ended up getting shocked when he tried to eat it.
Oh.
We really should have. I expected them to bring out another rubber mat for you or something.
Yeah, I tried to ask him what it was he tried to eat using a typing pad, but like all he said was goop, which didn't really tell me a lot.
Yes, it was part of a sand-like powder that was thrown on Sigurd the other week. It made it impossible for me to heal him until it got removed.
Oh. That's troubling.
Apologies, darling. The last week has been very frustrating, and apparently whoever's doing this decided to be a thorn in our sides and taunt us. So that was a conversation I did not wish to have today.
Yeah.
If you ever find out who it is, let me know so I can help you.
Oh yes, I would very much like that. There's some sort of planeswalker. At least they say.
Oh.
I think Sigurd and Fenrir are starting a doomsday cult.
Oh joy.
Jerry.
You don't say.
That was the first time I heard your name in your normal tongue. Apologies for difficulties, darling. I should have remembered your translator. It has been so long.
Yeah, I don't understand a word of Voidling.
I do not either. I generally do not remember technology things.
I have a temporary.
Yes, apparently Sigurd has a stalker.
I don't know if they're okay with magic.
What?
I have a temporary. I have a temporary medic that would probably just work for the next few hours.
Well, he will just, if it's magic based, he'll just eat anything that's anything magic related.
Yes, he's a void one.
Understood.
Well, otherwise, I'd have used my healing powers on him. Yeah.
Tomiko, you might have to mix him some teeth. Not gonna lie.
Oh, okay. I might have to study his teeth too. I'm not exactly a dentist, but I can at least with my powers recreate teeth. I'm not the best at putting them in though, but I could try.
Yeah, it seems to be a complicated process with how they're attached to the nerves.
Yeah, it's a little tricky unless we just decide to go the route of using caps. I'm not
Dentists
a dentist.
are really good at getting to the root of things.
I mean, I do have some
Really?
contacts, like having like. I didn't even catch what you said.
Why are we having you do our wedding?
Because you love me.
Yes, but make sure not to do any of those terrible puns during the wedding.
I promise I will treat it with all due seriousness. Also, I always have the couple approve of the wedding of the ceremony script.
Oh, good. Yes, we apparently need extra. We're going to need extra security for this one, given what just happened.
Yeah. Don't want a repeat of that. That'd be bad.
Don't worry. We'll make sure nothing happens.
Right. This was not what I was hoping to deal with the 1 month before the wedding.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yeah, why would they... I don't even know what somebody would want to do something like this.
I think that Sigurd is starting a doomsday cult.
Why would he be starting a doomsday cult?
Because his people worship Fenrir, the bringer of the apocalypse.
Listen, anyone starts causing problems, then, well...
Please put that away.
Please.
Oh.
I did nothing.
Yes, goodness dear.
I very much hope so. Security protocols and all such.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Please don't make me report you to security.
You're doing the
But
X-Files
yes,
theme?
I do not appreciate anyone, especially on special accounts.
As I'm looking at Jerry, can I get a sense of like whether or not the cotton just stuck to him or if it came out of him?
It's just poking